So what are the best value used cars for 2025? Those would be cars, trucks, and SUVs that are almost new, but a lot cheaper than new, and that got high marks in Edmunds expert testing and reviews, saving you thousands of dollars. We're covering the 5 cars that deserve a spot in your driveway and save you the most when buying used compared to new. We all know that cars lose value once you drive them off the lot. Depreciation is how much the value of a car drops over time compared to when purchased new. Most of it happens in the first few years, and some cars drop a lot more than others. Our recommendations are based on attractive depreciation rates as well as high scores given by the Edmunds expert reviews from behind the wheel. So how do you know those rates are good? Edmunds tracked the data on thousands of recent transactions nationwide. So for our first recommendation, we're going to start with the Chrysler Pacifica minivan. In 3 years, the average price of this 2022 8-seat family hauler has come down by half, which means despite costing over $50,000 new, the average purchase price these days is just under $25,000. The Pacifica is a great minivan too. It has all the conveniences you'd expect. Sliding doors, tons of interior space, easy access for the kids, but also it's got a few tricks. And by the way, a round of applause for whoever invented Stow and Go, this clever storage solution that allows you to hide the second row seats underneath the floor of the minivan to create a ton of extra space. So if you find some great furniture at a garage sale or make a big box store run, it's got you covered. The Pacifica is also one of the few used minivans you can find with all-wheel drive, which should give you a little bit of extra confidence when you're driving in the rain or snow. If you want something electric, it is hard to beat the value of the 2020 Chevy Bolt. These electric hatchbacks have even more of a discount compared to their original price and can now be had for well under $20,000. And guys, the Bolt is great. Edmunds named a slightly newer version the Edmunds top-rated electric car for 2023, and the 2020 car that we're talking about here has all the same strengths. The hatchback is quick, it is near silent, and it is super spacious for its size. And at nearly 260 miles of range, you won't be charging that often compared to some of those other used EVs. Electric cars have come a long way in the past few years, but the Bolt was so ahead of its time to begin with that now it can still keep up. So let someone else take the depreciation hit on an EV. This is a good buy. But what if you want something a little more luxurious? Enter the 2020 BMW 7 Series. This was BMW's quietest, most comfortable, and most expensive car when it was new. But today, you can get one for more than 60% less than new. That is our biggest savings on the list. Now, the 7 Series isn't cheap. It actually started over $100,000. But even heavily depreciated models can be found for less than a Tesla Model 3. The Edmunds crew is seriously impressed with the BMW. Its interior is packed with super nice thick leathers and high quality trim. And there's tons of advanced modern technology. And the standard air suspension is downright cloud-like. There's also a bunch of really good engine options, including a plug-in hybrid. This is far from the cheapest car on the list, but for what you're getting at less than $40,000, luxury, comfort, and technology, the 7 Series is just worth it. Back to family cars, folks who need a 3-row value option but don't want a minivan might like the 2020 Mazda CX-9. It's depreciated more than similar large SUVs like the Toyota Highlander or the Ford Explorer. But if you want to drive around the family in style for cheap, the CX-9 is a hidden gem. The Mazda's design is more elegant and more upscale than most of its competitors, and the interior feels more like a Lexus or an Acura than you'd expect at this price point. We like the way that the center touchscreen works too, and the big 3-row honestly is quiet and comfy on the highway. The CX-9's biggest strength, however, comes for those who love to drive. No other SUV like this is quite as fun to take around a corner. Mazda's take on the 3-row SUV is not without faults, but if you have smaller kids and want to have a little fun with your family car without spending a ton, the CX-9 just makes a lot of sense. If you want to combine luxury with utility, all without breaking the bank though, the 2020 Lincoln Navigator is a solid pick. Like that BMW, this is the top of Lincoln's lineup, but it can still be bought for way cheaper than they originally sold it for. For less than $45,000, you can get a proper luxury SUV with some serious presence and style. Material quality is excellent, and we like how easy to use Lincoln's advanced tech is here. And you get great standard safety tech too. And there is a ton of space inside, and even more if you get the longer Navigator L. And nothing on our list can come close to Lincoln's huge towing capacity if you want to take the family boat on a weekend excursion. We like this SUV way better than the Cadillac Escalade of the same year. If you have a big family and you need real utility all without breaking the bank, the Navigator is unbeatable, and it's significantly more affordable than an Escalade. And that's our best value used car for 2025 list. Which one of these do you like the best? Anything that we missed? Let us know in the comments, and we'll keep digging for even more great car buying advice. And we'll see you next time.